Her name is Anna Castillo of the Air Force Office of Special Investigations. She is going to share a few words about someone who has impacted her entire life. Her mentor, Major Adrianna Vorderbruggen. When we finished our awards ceremony, Anna stopped me and she said, I want to share a few words about someone who has totally, completely changed the course of my life. So I'm going to, without further ado, turn this microphone over to this wonderful lady, and she's going to share some very special moments that she shared with her mentor.
Thank you. How's everybody doing? You don't fall asleep on me, right? Because it's right after lunch. I can't see a lot of people back there because I'm vertically challenged, so I might be walking a little bit. Plus, it gets my speaking nerves going, right? I wrote down some words to talk about what it is to be a mentor. And the reason I did this, and I was 2015, one of 2015's Outstanding Federal Law Enforcement Employee Award winners. And yay, hold on. Now, how many of you are, thank you for that, how many of you are in a supervisory role right now? Raise your hand. Okay, wow. And the others are, your mentors are in this room, I'm assuming, yes? For lack of better terms, right? Okay. So I have a mixed crowd, and I expected to have many more people that are already in supervisory roles, but I can assume that you all are going to kind of grow up to be what your mentor is, correct? Cool, somebody give me a whole, yeah, no, right? Okay? So, as women, we are expected to be many things. For me, I'm an airman in the United States Air Force. I'm a mother, a sister, a daughter. I'm also a coworker and friend to many other people within my community as a law enforcement officer, and obviously the friends that I've grown up with over the years. We all carry a badge. How many, all of you are within law enforcement, correct? Because I know we had some people that are kind of crossing over and sponsoring people in. Yes? So we all carry a badge, a gun, and credentials. Just like every other federal law enforcement agent. Not necessarily, I know we are all women, but we do it the same as men. We're expected to do the same exact thing. I have almost 19 years of active duty military service. And when I cross-trained into the Air Force Office of Special Investigations as a federal law enforcement officer, I thought to myself, Anna, can you do this? Honestly, I was really scared. I was like, what the heck am I getting into, right? But I wanted it. And I thought, how bad did I want this? Was I going to be successful? I thought, could I live up to my agency's expectations to complete the mission that needed to be done? And then I said to myself, yes, I can. I'm the one. Everything that I've done up until this point has put me in a situation to pave my path, right? Every person that I've crossed during that course has helped me along the way. I thought, you were meant to do this. This is a life that you created for yourself. This is the moment right now. I told myself that if you wanted to be great, not just great, not grand, if you wanted to be outstanding, then what you needed to do is pay attention to the passion that you had for that particular task. And at that point, I wanted nothing more than to be a federal law enforcement agent. Once you have that magnificent fixation, once you question the impossible, then if someone tells you you can't do something, of course, for me, they chose the wrong person to say that to. You think to yourself, or as I did, now I'm going to show them. I'm going to show them what I can do. I'm going to turn that I can't, that I won't, that I will never, and that's impossible, and turn it around, and I will show them I can do anything I am passionate and obsessive about. Now, we all want something, you know, whenever we're kind of getting into our next chapter of our life. If you want something so bad enough, you can't think about the cost. Because if you think about the cost, you're going to realize how expensive it actually is, and you might want to quit. Instead, you don't count it. Basically, for me, I found it was easier just to ignore that expense and focus on what the outcome would be, and then I would realize, man, it was all worth it. See, every day is a new day, every moment is a new moment, and is a new opportunity to be the best agent, leader, mentor, supervisor that I know each and every one of you are capable of becoming if you're not already. I want you to take a moment and I want you to do me a favor and look at the person in front of you. Look at the person beside you. Look at the person behind you. I really want you to pay attention to the faces that you just saw in this room, because it's difficult to believe that there's a possibility they might not be here tomorrow. They might not be here next year. How will you define your legacy? Whether you do this job for its title, or for the respect, or just because you're passionate about making a difference, you must think about the people you touch during the course of your journey. All of you have made it here and the position that you are today through sacrifice and by accomplishing tasks and duties necessary to launch you into those positions that you hold now. As many of you know, the decisions that you make today are going to determine what your tomorrow will become. We don't always get that chance to touch someone so deeply, so profoundly, that they are impacted to the point that your legacy will be carried on by them. Not just through their daily duties or their life experiences. They pass it on to ensure that others learn from your talents, learn from your abilities, learn from your mistakes, and they absorb the intelligence so that they too can be great. Someone once told me, we all know our beginning. You know the year that you're born in this wonderful place that we call Earth, right? For me, mine is August 15th, 1978. So this August, I'll be 25 again. Well, we won't talk about that date again. But that is my beginning. Now, none of us will know when that ending year will come. But we do know it is inevitable. In between our beginning and our end is a dash. What you do with that dash symbolizes our lifetime before our end comes, and it will define our purpose. Unfortunately, a lot of people are taken from us too early, and there are certain situations in which we could never prepare for. I would like to quickly pass around, and just kind of focus on this, can stay on the side, this pamphlet. I would also like to pass around this bracelet with 6 names. On there you will see, in quotations, the Hustler 6. You can pass that around, please. I will collect this at the end. Please pass that around because it is important for you to see the individual on that pamphlet and remember her face, because she is not just a name. Her name is Major Adrianna Vorderbruggen. She's also a special agent with the Air Force Office of Special Investigations. If I get choked up, cool. 4 days before Christmas 2015, Air Force Major and Special Agent of the United States Air Force Office of Special Investigations, Adrianna Vorderbruggen, was killed by a Taliban suicide bomber who drove his motorcycle, packed with explosives, into a security patrol where she was leading near Bagram Air Base in eastern Afghanistan. It was the deadliest day for the U.S. military in Afghanistan and for Air Force OSI in 18 months. In what was supposed to be what was supposed to be the waiting days of the war. 5 others were also killed in that attack, for which the Taliban claimed responsibility. Agent Vorderbruggen is remembered not for this event, but she is a wife, a mother, a sister, daughter, friend, and she was my mentor. Upon notification of my 2015 Outstanding Federal Law Enforcement Employee Award from WIFL, I could not have been more grateful or more proud. I immediately contacted Agent Vorderbruggen. This was 4 months before she died. And I thanked her for all that she did to prepare me for my current position as an AFOSI forensic science agent. See, well before OSI planned to bring back our forensic science agent program, I was unofficially fulfilling these duties when Agent Vorderbruggen would contact my unit commander and ask for approval to have me come and accompany her to Dover Air Force Base, where she would, ironically, be the point of contact for casualties of war. There, I learned how to properly process the deceased. Unfortunately, there are too many names for me to mention, and may they all rest in peace. I can recall a time I was given my first death case. It was a suicide. We only had one forensic science consultant at that time, and that was Agent Vorderbruggen. There was no way that she was going to be able to go and attend and do the duties that she needed to at the crime scene and be at the autopsy. So she called me up and asked if I would take care of photographing the deceased, who at that point was transported as an unidentified person to the Baltimore Medical Center. Upon arrival, I learned there would be no autopsy, but we still had a mission, and we still needed to obtain the photographs necessary for our case, as well as major case prints for the deceased. A short time after, I received another call from Agent Vorderbruggen asking how I felt about accomplishing the trajectory of the deceased's head wound. What? Now, I needed to take these images in order for her to obtain the images that she needed at the crime scene, to correlate both of them and hand it over to our headquarters personnel, who would then conduct a 3D rendering of the scene to prove or disprove that this individual actually committed suicide, since there were others in the residence. I thought to myself, oh my gosh, ain't nobody got time for that. I don't know what I'm doing yet, right? I wasn't in forensics. I was a major crimes agent. I was running cases. But I didn't voice that. Instead, I said, yes ma'am, no sweat, I'm on it. Then I began to work and find something resembling a dowel. And of course, I had never done this before, but my mother always told me, fake it till you make it, Joe. Right? Don't let them see you sweat. I successfully completed the mission from that point on. That she quickly realized that I was extremely adept to learning the craft, and continued to request my assistance on other death investigations, rape cases, child pornography cases, and many other federal level investigations. These efforts built my caseload, my resume, and experience very quickly. They directly, I repeat, they directly contributed to my ultimate selection as a WIFL Award winner. Now, I tell you this for one reason. I don't regret the times that I don't regret the times that I step up and I fail. I regret those times that I didn't take that step. Under Agent Vorderbruggen's guidance and leadership, I learned as a young agent to take a step and not to be concerned of whether or not my forensic theory sounded like if I flew out of a cuckoo's nest. She always supported my vision, my theories and plans every single time. She allowed me to grow. She allowed me to fail. She allowed me to learn and triumph. And she allowed me to be the outstanding airman and federal law enforcement, criminal investigator, and forensics agent that I am today. I didn't realize her training and mentorship set me up for my current forensic science agent position. Hearing of her death filled me with an overwhelming sadness. And honestly, I hadn't felt like that in a long time. The last time, I think, it was when my father passed away when I was 14 years old. I sat and I cried and I said, man, I need to snap out of this. Then it hit me. Prior to any unforeseen circumstance or challenging case, I would think, what would Major V do? How could I help keep her legacy alive? If anyone knows how short life is, it is people in law enforcement, like you in this room, and our medical professionals. I am sure we all have seen unfortunate and sad circumstances during our lives. In the end, we must remember we only have that dash. What you choose to do with that dash is in your hands. In closing, I encourage each and every one of you, mentors, leaders, fellow co-workers, supervisors, friends, to think about what will they say about your dash. And to remember this, our actions gain respect and our words give respect. You and I have the ability to uplift people. We do this by embodying 3 things. 1, be inspirational. 2, realize that you are capable of empowering anyone. And 3, be accountable for your actions. Sometimes we only focus on the faults and failures of those through our eyes. Determine what you respect your people for. How are they validated? When we tear our people down, we must think, where are they going to go to get built back up? Make them feel valued for what they are giving you. In order to empower someone's future, we must celebrate their past. Find the things that they excel at. Tell them you are great at crime scene processing. You're an outstanding interrogator. Realize and recognize the passion that they give you and your agency. Focus on the positive, but always address the areas that they can improve in. Doing so will keep them motivated and will provide them an opportunity to continue to push through those obstacles and challenges. Remember, you are their leader, mentor, supervisor. And for you, and only you, may be the additional reason for them to continue on and possibly be next year's WIFL Outstanding Federal Law Enforcement Employee Award winner. I want to thank you all for this opportunity. My name is Special Agent Anna Castillo, and I wish you all a wonderful week and safe travels home.
Thank you, Anna. I think your words were very poignant. We can never forget the people that touch our lives every day. And thank goodness you had an opportunity to share with your mentor how you really felt about what she'd done for you. That's priceless. That's priceless. Thank you. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Flash mentoring and explain to you